To be a Buddhist. Author Thich Trí Thủ. Translated by Nguyen Giác. Venerable Thich Trí Thủ. Question 1. First and foremost, what should a Buddhist believer comprehend and do? Answer. First, we must grasp the fundamentals of the Buddhist teaching. Second, we must build confidence in the 3 jewels. And finally, we must put the 5 precepts into practice in our daily lives. Question 2. Why in that order? Answer. Whatever you do, you must understand why you are doing it. Only through understanding can you build righteous faith and the resolve to practice in order to benefit yourself, your family, and society. Buddha declared, "Belief in me without understanding me is slandering me." Question 3. What are the fundamental principles of the Buddhist teaching? Answer. Do not do evil. Diligent in doing good. Keep your thoughts pure. Question 4. What is evil? Answer. Evil is defined as unreasonable actions, words, and thoughts that harm oneself and others both in the present and in the future. Question 5. What is good? Answer. Good is defined as actions, words, and thoughts that are reasonable and beneficial to oneself and others both in the present and in the future. Question 6. What exactly is pure thought? Answer. Pure thoughts are those that are right, not greedy, not angry, not arrogant, not jealous, and do not cause misery for yourself or others. When pure thoughts manifest themselves in actions, you act righteously. When pure thoughts manifest themselves in words, you talk kindly, making your life and the lives of others serene, pleasant, and beautiful. Question 7. Is any religion or doctrine that promotes doing good and avoiding evil any different from Buddhism? Answer. Yes, that's right. But speaking is one thing and practicing it as said or not is another. That is, whether doing good or avoiding evil is logical or not, because if the proponent of a theory is not completely enlightened, that theory is far from flawless. Question 8. Where is the evidence that a theory is true and that practice is as correct as the theory? Answer. Just look at the life story of the founder of this religion and the history of its spread. Question 9. How did the Buddha live his life? Answer. The Buddha lived according to his teachings. It fits so perfectly that Western archaeology scholars, when first studying Buddhism, thought the Buddha was a mythical, not historical figure. Question 10. What about the missionary history of Buddhism? Answer. Buddhism has a very good missionary past, never causing harm to anyone, never going to war with anyone, and never having anything resembling a holy war. On the contrary, wherever Buddhism goes, there will be peace. Question 11. So, how should we conclude about Buddhism? Answer. The Buddha and his followers have spent nearly 26 years setting positive examples of doing good and avoiding evil. Question 12. What has made Buddhism so perfect? Answer. Because of the 3rd unique feature, keeping thoughts pure. Thoughts direct and guide actions. If thoughts are pure, actions must also be pure. Question 13. So, should Buddhism pay special attention to the role of thought? Answer. That's right. Many thousands of sutras and treatises that are currently being passed down all teach how to distinguish between righteous and perverted thought. The goal of the 84,000 Dharma gateways is to purify thoughts.
14. To accomplish the 3 main points above, what must be done first? One must begin with a righteous mind to believe in the 3 jewels, for the sutras say, faith is the source of the path, the mother of bliss. 15. What is righteous faith? The definition of righteous faith is believing in things that are truthful, logical, have practical advantages, and follow the law of cause and effect. That also means not believing in things that are ambiguous, irrational, and dangerous, such as incorrect belief in the devil and wrong theocracy. 16. What are the three jewels? Those are the three jewels: the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. Buddha is a transliteration of Sanskrit, referring to the sages who have been fully enlightened and thereby completely liberated from the cycle of birth and death. In Chinese, it means the person who has already attained enlightenment. Dharma is a transliteration of Sanskrit referring to the teachings of the Buddha, because those teachings accurately represent the truth of the universe and human life, are used as a golden mold and a jade ruler in the eradication of suffering, and bring you eternal happiness. Sangha is a transliteration of Sanskrit referring to a group of 4 or more people who follow the Buddha's teachings and live in the spirit of 6 peaceful principles. In Chinese, it is called the harmony of assemblies. Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha are the goals that Buddhists must respect and depend on. Why are Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha called the three jewels? Many people believe that gold, silver, jade, and high power are precious, but you should ask yourself, when the flow of life changes and you encounter robbers, epidemics, etc., how will material possessions make you less miserable? Are those assets then causing us even more suffering? That is not to argue that riches and power will vanish one day. While gold, silver, and jade may come and go today, no one has ever retained their material stuff forever. In this impermanent world, it is common for people to ascend to the top and then fall to the bottom. Only the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha have the 4 attributes of permanence, bliss, self, and purity at all times. And those who accept Buddhist teaching make a promise to save all sentient